The new Bloodline has added its newest member, Tonga Loa, at Backlash France, which has made them look like a very scary faction going forward, and is leading fans to speculate on what's next for Jacob Fatu now that he hasn't debuted yet in the WWE. We're going to break that down. Also, the fans in Lyon, France were probably one of the loudest crowds we've heard in a long time. And they did set a WWE record. And we're going to break all this down for you coming up on this episode of Wrestle Digest. But before we get into it, we got to say that 97% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy wrestling content here on YouTube and you don't want to miss out on anything that's going around the wrestling world, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be here every day talking WWE, talking wrestling. So make sure down below and hit that subscribe button. But with that said, Brady, let's get right into the main topic of the video today, is what's next for the new Bloodline. And yes, yesterday, we did see Tonga Loa make his debut during the tag team match against RKO. He came out from under the ring, hauled the ref off, and helped the Bloodline get the win. And obviously, if you haven't heard of Tonga Loa before, he is the brother of Tama and Brady. These guys have wrestled together for a long time in New Japan. They're both brothers. They've been tag team champions multiple times. So it's going to be nice to see both these guys team up in the WWE as a part of the Bloodline and maybe bring the WWE tag team championships to the Bloodline.
I was not expecting to see Loa show up, man. Of all people, I was really sold on Jacob Fatu. Me and KC watched this together with a few of our buddies, and we were all shook. I mean, we wanted Jacob Fatu. The opening match, we figured it was going to be so hype, all Jacob Fatu, and then boom, Tonga Loa shows up. And listen, I was fine by this. I didn't pop because I was like, wait a second, that ain't Jacob Fatu. However, you know, like I said before, as many of these guys that we can get in this Bloodline Civil War storyline, you know, the better. Hopefully Jacob Fatu comes into play a little later down the line. Still hoping to see Zilla as well. And, you know, obviously, the Tribal Chief, you know, he got to come back very soon. I'm missing my Tribal Chief. As Paul Heyman said, there's only one Tribal Chief, and Solo ain't it.
Yeah, I mean, we were watching this together yesterday, like Brady said, and when we seen the ref hauled off, we popped. We were like, oh my god, it is Jacob Fatu. And then the camera pans and we're like, no, it's not Jacob Fatu. And then once we found out who it was, Tonga Loa, we were still pretty hyped, because obviously Tama Tonga and him are a great tag team together, and they're really going to be fun to watch within the WWE. And I just think, like you said, it just shows how deep the roots of the Bloodline go, that they can add anybody and everybody's still going to get excited because they added a new member to the new Bloodline, which is really exciting. But one thing that you did lead into here, Brady, was Jacob Fatu. And if we just see here, this is a picture of Jacob Fatu. We're saying, what's next for Jacob Fatu? Obviously, everybody expected Jacob Fatu to make his debut at Backlash France, but that wasn't it. After that match, we were there like, maybe he's going to attack Jay. Maybe something like this is going to happen. But we never seen him come out. So that is kind of leading a lot of fans to speculate, what is next for Jacob Fatu? Is he going to just debut and help maybe the new Bloodline win the tag championships, just help the new Bloodline out maybe a night they're outnumbered on SmackDown or something like this? Or is it, you know, maybe he might join sides with Jay and turn against the Bloodline? I think a lot of people are speculating that he will just join this new Bloodline. But what are your thoughts, Brady?
I would love to see Jacob Fatu align with the new Bloodline, personally. I feel he is the muscle and the grit that the new Bloodline, to me, is missing. You know what I mean here? Like, Solo is great, and we've seen Tama Tonga as well, and great match that was. I think match of the night, or match of the day, I guess, for
Definitely.
us, in my opinion. But, yeah, I think they could really benefit from Jacob Fatu's ring ability, especially. And, you know, you add him as a fourth, and my God, talking about looking scary now, I mean, I'd be worried a little bit for my tribal chief if Jacob Fatu shows up and chooses a different tribal chief than what we are used to.
Yeah, I think Jacob Fatu's a guy who can come in and immediately try to go at that US title. I really do think that maybe they try to get this bloodline some titles so it actually, they're like, okay, these guys are a dominant faction. They hold the tag team titles. They hold the US title or whatever it is. Or maybe, Jacob Fatu comes in on NXT. Maybe he wins North American Championship. We've seen that with Dominic Mysterio in the Judgment Day. He was still on Raw, but he was the North American champion, which I could see happening for this faction as well. But like you said, I really do like the theory. People are saying he's going to come in, help the Bloodline in some match or whatever, and just be a big surprise. And I'm really excited for that because I think that this faction is going to be fun to watch. It's 3 new guys with Solo Sikoa, and it's always fun to see new superstars come into the WWE, and especially yesterday. I mean, Tonga looked really good in that match. Like Brady said, was our match of the night. It was the one we most enjoyed, and it was just great to see, the new Bloodline go to work and now have a new member and potentially another new member on the way. But we're not done talking about the Bloodline yet. And, of course, like Brady alluded to earlier, Paul Heyman confirms that there is only one tribal chief. So this means potentially Paul Heyman may move away from the new Bloodline, or he may get attacked by the new Bloodline for saying these things, not acknowledging that Solo is the new tribal chief of the new Bloodline. So this could happen, which would lead to, which are a lot of people are speculating, the big theory online that everybody is speculating, and that is the big Survivor Series War Games match, which, if you look at this picture, I think you could take The Rock out of this scenario and take Sami Zayn out of this scenario, but for the sake of this picture, they have Roman Reigns, the honorary Uso, Sami Zayn, Zilla Fatu, Jimmy and Jey Uso versus the new Bloodline, The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. And Brady, what a banger of a match this would be for Survivor Series War Games. I guess you could call it the Bloodline Civil War. I mean, it would just be an amazing match to kind of clue up this whole, kind of new Bloodline versus the old Bloodline. And I think it would be fun to see The Rock involved. But I can't see that happening if he is going to face Cody at SummerSlam. If he doesn't face Cody at SummerSlam, maybe I could see this happen. But it all depends on his schedule. So if The Rock isn't available, maybe they take The Rock out of this scenario. Solo Sikoa is the tribal chief, and him and Roman kind of battling back and forth. You take Sami Zayn out of the other picture, and it's just the Bloodline versus the Bloodline.
Yeah, and honestly, if that happens, I'm just as fine with it as it would be if we had The Rock and the honorary Uso, Sami Uso. But, man, I think it would be perfect storytelling to have Solo and Roman just go at one another. Because, for so long, Solo was the guy to just, he was the quiet one. He was the reserved one. Roman did all the work, and Solo just kind of, he was there, and he was the enforcement of the Bloodline. And he always followed orders like a lapdog. So the fact that Solo has his own group now of his own bloodline who wants to, maybe raise the ones for him a little bit. I mean, it's so enticing, and this match, the idea of this, even in my mind, gives me cold shivers.
Yeah, this theory is insane. One that a lot of the WWE Universe want to see play out, and I really do think that we will see a lot more members of the Bloodline introduced here, especially Zilla Fatu. I mean, what's the kid, like 26, 28 years old, something like that? He's still young. Maybe this is a guy you implement into NXT first before coming in to this new story, but I do really like this match. I think it would be a banger match for Survivor Series and could be potentially one of the most watched Survivor Series of all time with this match included, which we're all really excited about. But we thought we had to share this theory with you guys because it is really one that piqued our interest. We want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. Do you see this happening? Do you see Jacob Fatu joining the new Bloodline, or do you think he joins forces with Jay? Let us know down below in the comment section. We're going to get into the second topic of the video today, which is Backlash France makes history. And yes, as we take a look here, this is the largest gate of any arena show in WWE history. Thank you, Lyon, France. This is from the WWE official Twitter, and as we see here, the official gate was not announced, but WWE did announce an attendance of 11,682 fans, and Brady, those 11,862 fans really showed up, didn't they? Oh my god, I felt like I was in the arena watching that in the living room yesterday. I mean, that was an amazing crowd, and I can't even imagine what it was like to wrestle in front of them.
Oh my god, what a difference maker. Having your entire stadium invested in what's going on in the ring. It drew me in way more than like any recent Raw or SmackDown. Now, besides the one that was, of course, in France just past Friday. But man, every time, un, deux, oh, chante on deux. What? This is crazy, you know? Only a two. Love it, you know? The European crowds are special, man. And I'm so jealous that you're going over to Scotland to get to take in Clash of the Castle. I really am.
Yeah, if the crowd is anything like that, I'm going to be juiced up. I'm going to have no voice left after 2 nights of SmackDown and Clash at the Castle. But, I mean, like we just said, I mean, that crowd was like, I don't remember a crowd being like that ever. In all of my time watching wrestling, I think that might have been the best crowd I've ever seen, like, while I've been sitting down watching it. It's probably up there with the Puerto Rico crowd from last year because they were loud too, but I think it just made the whole pay-per-view better, and what a pay-per-view by Paul Triple H Levesque. I mean, he's making the 5-match premium live event. That's what I want. I mean, all those matches were bangers. They weren't worried about time restrictions. They weren't worried about anything, which made the wrestlers show what they could do with an extended time limit, and I loved it. I think we need more 5-match premium live events, because I was invested the whole time. I never looked at my phone once. I mean, that was just an amazing premium live event, and if that's the first one in the new Paul Levesque era, I can't wait to see what the next one's like. But we want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. What did you think of the Backlash France crowd? Do you think it was the best crowd of all time? Let us know down below in the comment section. We're going to get into everybody's favorite topic, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Debbie. She says Bianca and Jade will win. And what did they do for you, Debbie? They went out there and won those World Tag Team Championships in a fantastic match. I mean, the ending of that match with Jade just tossing her around on her shoulders and then into the jaded, what just shows how good of a wrestler Jade Cargill is.
Yeah, what a match. You know, I think the women's tag division are in for a monumental ride with these two holding the gold, man. I can't think of two better superstars to take the women's tag division to new heights, because you got two of the best in a tag team with the titles. So listen, Debbie, love that it came true for you. I noticed that your Poppy J didn't win, but, you know, we still got Bianca and Jade.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comment. And
of course,
we always appreciate the comments here on this channel.
Of course, Jey Uso didn't win, which then made Brady the new predictions champion here on the channel. He's wearing it, so make sure to see if I can get it back at the next pay-per-view for King and Queen of the Ring, because that'll be coming up very soon. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure down below, hit that like button while you're down there, leave a comment. You might be featured on the next comment of the day, and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our content here, you find yourself coming back, or maybe it's your first ever time here on the channel. We'd love for you to stick around and just join this journey with us. We've been doing this for just over a month, and seeing all your guys' support, your comments, means the world to us, and we'd love if you like sticking around this channel, go down and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out a video we did the other day talking about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host KC alongside my co-host Brady. We'll catch you in the next one.